except one. The beauty contests are without a doubt one of the most annoying challenges I've had to take on in a Pokemon game, which I think says a lot. This Pokemon has access to roughly 30 moves, including the ones that we can't get to because they're over level 50, which is an immediate problem because the entire contest is based around moves. There are only 2 moves that Fortress can know that are under the beauty category: Light Screen and Explosion. Light Screen only grants you a few points, and Explosion doesn't let you use another move in future rounds if you use it. Because these were obviously going to be the hardest ones to deal with, I just dumped a bunch of Pokemon steroids, also known as Pokeblocks, into it to give it an increased chance of winning. The first 3 contests were a lot easier because of that, but the Master Round is something out of a sick nightmare. Because the first place contestant wins by reaching the maximum points first, it's literally determined by the second or even first round who the winner is. You basically have to hope that your opponents just ruin each other's scores so you can win. But thankfully, after 2 hours, you can finally add the Master Ribbon to... This single contest ranking took me 23 tries to win. 23! And I barely lost twice. I only got really lucky by using Explosion on the team of Salamence, Metagross, and a Riven Rock. We have a pretty easy time taking on most of the challenges. There were definitely some battles that had me worried, but my team's type coverage was pretty solid. The most annoying part of this entire challenge wasn't even the battles. It was trading into different games to get Fortress the best moveset I could. Since I pretty much used all my TMs and hard scales for the Pokemon contests, I had to trade her to my Fire Red and Green versions to teach it more viable moves. In the open level section of the tower, it was actually relatively easy to do because the minimum level requirement is level 60 in Emerald rather than level 100 in Ruby and But you got the fish
Come on, bro.
Sapphire. Because the tower matches your opponents to the highest level Pokemon on your team, I just leveled up my level 50 team 10 levels and breezed through it. The only major difference is that some Pokemon have access to new moves because of the level difference, but at the same time I was also able to do that myself. I won't lie and say that I didn't have some troubles with this though. I lost the level 50 challenge on Trainer 44, which was a huge waste of time, but after clearing through both of these challenges, I was able to get Fortress the winning ribbon and the victory ribbon. The last ribbon that we have to collect in this region is one that's actually available in pretty much every game that you can obtain. If you max out all 510 EVs that your Pokemon can have and bring it to this woman in Slaveport City, she'll give you the effort ribbon. Because I had spent a good amount of time leveling up Fortress for the Battle Tower, it didn't take too many more levels to max out everything I needed to get them. You get less points. Overall, these contests are a lot more entertaining and easier in my opinion, but I still had a bit of trouble winning. It took me about 6 tries to win the Beauty Master rank, but comparatively to Emerald, this was a cakewalk. There isn't really much else to mention here, but winning all the Master ranks for this game took about 5 hours to do. Once we've completed the Master rank in every category, we can add another 20 ribbons to the total. Now we have to take on the hard stuff. Oh wow, what a surprise, we're at the Battle Tower again. Yep, and it's basically the same process, except worse. So there are 5, technically 6 ribbons that you can obtain at the Battle Tower, so let's go over them. The Ability Ribbon is by far the easiest one. You have to win 21 straight battles in the Battle Tower, i.e. take on the Tower Tycoon. Once again, I took another 2 overpowered Pokemon to help Fortress through, and for the most part, it was pretty easy. The Great Ability Ribbon is an extremely creative one, as you have to beat him again. Yeah. Sounds like you're running out of ideas there, Game Freak. This is basically identical to the previous Battle Tower challenges, so I'm no stranger to this kind of challenge by now. The Double Ability Ribbon is completing 50 double battles in a row. This format is probably one of...
Why are we making such a big deal? Because everything is on sale at Ringmore and Flanagan. Save big on living rooms, dining rooms, and bedrooms. And with delivery in 3 days or less, your home will be a big deal in no time. Find it, feel it, furnish it fast. Shop now at Ringmore and Flanagan.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
What I'm best at, so thankfully I was able to finish this. I'm just going to move on. And moving on we are, to a whole new game. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are probably the most underwhelming games that we have to collect ribbons for, mostly because there's literally only one in the entire region to collect. Yeah. The only ribbon you can collect is the Legend Ribbon, which is for defeating Red on top of Mount Silver. Not much to say here, you've probably all done this yourselves, so that's all there is to collect in these games. But there is still something we can do before we go to the next generation. Because your lead Pokemon follows you in these games, if you talk to them, sometimes they'll interact back and give you a special item. Originally, these seem to be completely random, but there's actually a pattern based on what nature your Pokemon is. If you just keep talking to your Pokemon on the correct route, eventually they'll give you a gold leaf. If you collect all 5 of them on one Pokemon and take it to Lyra, she'll turn it into the Shiny Crown. This isn't a ribbon, nor does it appear in battle or any other games, but the community considers this as an additional one just because it's also available in the Pokemon summary. Plus, it also looks really cool. Other than that, we finished Gen 4 with a whopping 66 ribbons, including the Shiny Crown. Pretty crazy, but we still have more to get. On to Generation 5. So, Black and White are without a doubt the easiest generation to obtain ribbons. Why? Because there aren't any. Pokemon X and Y. So upon receiving Fortress after using the Poke Transporter, we immediately get new ribbons. Kinda. Because Game Freak knew that our list of 66 ribbons would be hard to put on one screen, they implemented ribbons for specific sets of ribbons.
Bodied.
The first one is the contest memory. For any ribbon you won in a contest before, we can add them to the total for an even 80 ribbons. But they added a prize for finishing all of them. Another ribbon. The contest star ribbon is actually kind of interesting because it appears when you go into battle. I kind of see it in the same sense as the Shiny Crown from earlier, but this is a neat feature that I didn't really know about until I got far in the challenge. With this completed in Generation 6, we can move on to the final stretch. Ultra Sun and Moon. This generation is a big relief over the others that we've done before. We started with the obvious Alola Champion ribbon for defeating the Elite Four again, but we do have another for something we haven't done before in this challenge. Play a Battle Royale. Step aside Fortnite, Apex Legends. We're about to play the best Battle Royale out there, and it's called, Battle Royale. This one's a free-for-all battle where you have to be the last one standing. Or, I guess, floating. Fortress is a pretty good advantage here with access to stuff like Protect and Earthquake, so for the most part this is a really easy thing to win. Just like the contest, there are 4 ranks you have to beat, and when you win the Master rank, you're awarded the Battle Royale Master Ribbon. Our final stop is the one that will truly test your skills. We have to take on the Battle Tree. Just like the other games, this is another consecutive win-style game. In this, I actually chose playing singles rather than doubles, as you have to fight Red, who has 5 different Pokemon to choose from in a 3 Pokemon battle. Compared to Gary's 9 options and a 4-slot Pokemon double battle, it's easier to predict what he's going to send out. In the same fashion as Battle Maison, you earn your first ribbon for defeating him on the 20th win streak, and then again on the 50th streak for super battles. It was definitely a tough battle regardless of the streak, but with the Battle Tree Great Ribbon and the Battle Tree Master Ribbon, we've successfully obtained all the ribbons that a single Pokemon can have at this point in time.
Never had bacon. It ruins everything without bacon forever. I never get Hulu. With live TV and censored shows and movies, it's like the bacon of TV.
So for being super technical, the maximum amount of ribbons you can have on a single Pokemon is 87, which includes the Wi-Fi Battle Ribbon and the Gold Battle Memory Ribbon that we could select. Because I know that some people might mention it, for some reason in Generation 7, the Memory Ribbon colors were swapped, so apparently no matter how many ribbons you collected, there will always be blue for contests and gold for battles. If we remove the Shiny Crown and just count the ribbons, we get a total of 86, which is an insane amount of ribbons that you can collect. I
It's invincible.
That there were at most 35 or 40 when I started researching, but when I realized it was over double what I thought, I knew I was in for a challenge. An overwhelming amount of these ribbons were based on luck, which made this pretty annoying to complete, but overall it was still a pretty fun challenge to do. Because I played a ton of different games, I'm not exactly sure how long it took me to finish this, but if I were to take a guess, it was probably well over 100 hours from start to finish. I lost so many times to the Battle Tower and Master Rank contests, but a lot of the later gen challenges were pretty easy. I might continue this trend in the future if Sword and Shield have them, but for now...
Keep them coming! Who are hitting buttons, and Cammy's best buttons are medium. So that's why against Cammy and neutral, it's good to hit heavy attacks a lot of the time.
Okay, but why?
Because her best attacks are medium, so if you collide at the same frame, you're going to be at advantage. The risk, of course, is that she whip punishes you. Oh, shit. You thought this was one of Cammy's worst matchups? It's interesting. In Season 1, damn, Shanghai made a couple of really good reads right there. In Season 1, many people thought that Cammy won. Now, I'm not sure. Oh, shit. Both of them made some pretty tough reads. Yeah, just take the Fierce SPD. One hit. Meaty roundhouse. Yeah, he can't really anti-air that. Keith has trouble dealing with the TK drill like that. This is a really interesting round. We should probably watch this.
Oh shit.
Back throw. That does a little extra damage. Oh, yeah, you can anti-air those. There's a cool read I liked at the start of this round. It was like right here. After this knockdown. He mashes out SPD and it works because his move hadn't collided yet. Check this out. He quick rises and he does the whip knee and he just instantly whips him. He's like, look man, that's not real. It's pretty interesting. Crushed him for trying to do something on Waco. It was an interesting round.
I had no time for
What's a media? Media is an attack done to collide with your opponent right when they're getting off the ground. Cammy still has Tiger Knee Drill. I thought it was minimal height requirement. Yeah, you can still do a TK input for a move that has a minimal height requirement. You just slow it down a little. Whip punish. Yeah, throws it. Alright. I'll give you an example of a meaty when we see a knockdown. Damn, quit it, fella. So that's a good example. So this is a meaty here, right? This is an attack time to catch Itabashi right when his character is getting up off the ground, right? So it's as soon as Geef is standing up, he's forced to deal something. So if he would wake up button, or if he would wake up attack, Shanghai's button is time to deal with that, right? So that's what it is. Meatying someone is hitting them as they rise off the ground, so that they can't do an attack first, right? I've been thinking about doing a series very recently. I'll talk about it after this. Counter, yeah, he's dead. Jesus, he got picked up. What up, AJ?
Oh. Word? Uh-oh. Ugh. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh. That's pretty good, actually.
I don't hold back when I fight. Damn it.
Oh no. No. Stop it. Oh shit, I'm in the corner. Ooh, good break.
I don't hold back when I fight.
Nice side step. Oh shit! Oh wow. In the neck. Cool. What the fuck? Oh my god. Ooh, that was nice. Nope. Oh, shit, I'm dead. What a god. Stop it.
Damn it.
So, I've been thinking about doing a series lately where I teach fighting game concepts across all games, because I feel like there is a disconnect in the community about watching games and enjoying them. And people struggle to understand a lot of the terminology that we as fighting game commentators and players and spectators use. A good example is people asking about taking turns, people asking about meaties in the chat, all those different things. So I was thinking about making a video series that teaches people how to watch fighting games and different terms, and show examples of them in different games. It's like neutral, right? If you think about neutral in fighting games, this is what it looks like in Street Fighter, right? Walking back and forth, hitting buttons.
Bro, why did every...
If you think about neutral in Tekken, it's like the movement, spacing, right? Backdashing in and out of range, etc., etc. If you think about it in Guilty Gear, it's jumping and air dashing and double jumping, jump FD,
Wow.
and all these other different things.
Are you fucking playing chicken?
What? Just an A? Capcom was hoping for a triple S. So, it's not like DMC4 was a flop or something. Wait, did Capcom think DMC4 was a flop or something?
It's kind of hard to say, but yeah, kinda. I mean, when it comes to the whole saga of DMC, Devil May Cry, and reboots in general, the first thing publishers should do is properly read the room.
So, what is the thought process here? Well, most would say, maybe that's just the upper limit of how many people are actually into DMC, because...
Wrong, says Capcom. The problem is that people are just tired with the current style of Devil May Cry. No, we're not. We're right, because game reviewers are complaining about the cheesy dialogue and the silly characters.
Oh no, don't get rid of that. That's what gives the series its...
Yes, and we can make the combat less complicated for newcomers.
Hey, can you even hear us? Hello?
Yes, this is brilliant. Oh my god. Everyone, start picking out your yachts. This is gonna be the best-selling Devil May Cry game ever.
Oh wait, no. Oh. So, what happened? Devil May Cry is at its core a complicated combo-based franchise that requires high execution, has weird over-the-top storylines, and is also merciless to newcomers. So you can bet it's a problem, and felt that Devil May Cry 4 should have done better commercially. And Capcom, of course, had a surefire solution.
Appeal to the West.
This edict, spearheaded by one KJ Inafune, whose career has been documented with stalker-like precision over at SSFF,
Oh, yes, thank you. Too kind, thank you.
resulted in such other what happened fodder like this, and that, and even more of this. Now, despite all those games being massive mistakes, Capcom producers were already acknowledging this in 2009, by the way, that there was a problem with Western versus Eastern development coalition cooperations. But there was still plenty of gas left in the tank, and Capcom had their sights turned westward and just couldn't turn the car around in time to stop all this. So, for a rebooted Devil May Cry, they decided to let some action game luminaries handle their precious IP.
Oh my god.
Some headway in the West.